What is up, Wizards fans? What is up? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Cameron Mingo. Big win by the Wiz. Big one. We needed this win after that tough loss we had against Dallas the other night. But much needed win over the Pacers in a high scoring affair, which it should have been close. It was 154 to 141. Like, it shouldn't be this close because I think we were up maybe 25 points, something like that. And Indiana got close to like, I think like 11, 10, whatever. But we got it done. But Russell freaking Westbrook, you are a monster. Like, I don't think we should even talk about the game. We should go straight to the point. Get to these numbers right quick. Russell freaking Westbrook. 14 points, 21 rebounds, a new career high, and tied career high in assists, and tied a franchise record too. 24 assists. That dude is straight a monster. Flat out monster. And saw this tweet real quick. Look at these numbers, Pacers. Look at his numbers. Against the Pacers this year, in 2 games, he's averaging 24.5 points, 17.5 rebounds, and 22.5 assists. He is not human. He's a video game. NBA 2K. Like, he's a creative player. Like, I can't even explain. I cannot explain. He is making history right now because he is now, what? Russell's number and my favorite number, 4 away from the all-time record. And he could break it next Monday when we play Atlanta, which we're going to talk about our opponents later on in the morning. But Russell Westbrook, I'm like, I tweeted a GIF like this, like, bow down to Russell Westbrook. Bow down to the point guard. Thank you. All right, now. The others, Rui, he had a good game. He had 27 points, 12-19 shooting, 7 rebounds. Like, and he had a good game against Indiana last time. So he loves playing the Pacers. Like, he's a Pacers killer too. And Bradley Beal, you know, Bradley Beal things. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. But he had 5 turnovers, though. And Alex Len, who had a hot start, he finished with 12 points. Gaffer, Go Gaffer, 15 points, 7-7 shooting, and only 2 rebounds, just 2, that's it. And to be honest, I was surprised that he played, he put in Lopez first over Gaffer, because you know how Scott Brooks always put Gaffer first over Alex Len, but I'm like, this is a surprise. But Gaffer, he played just 15 minutes and quickly scored 15 points. So Robert Lopez, he played 15 minutes too, but he finished 11 points and 1 freaking rebound. And this team, man, look at the bench. Look, bench scoring, let me count. 15, 29, 42, 55. We had 66 bench points. Gaffer 15, Bertans 14, Ish 13, Hutchinson 13, Lopez 11. And get this, we had 9 in double figures. 9. The one who didn't double figures, who played, was Neto and Winston. We know Winston, he came in like last couple seconds, but that didn't count. But Neto, if he scored just one more point, we would have had 10 double figures. 10. Now going to Indiana side, now they competed, you know what I'm saying? They had made a run, but too much was Westbrook. Laverne, he had 33 points, 11-20 shooting, and made 2 threes and 7 rebounds. But Sabonis, I call him underrated, man. That dude's underrated. He had 32 points, 19 rebounds, and 9 assists. And the bench was good too. It was a Holiday, McConnell, and the other Holiday. Remember, they're brothers. Yeah, Aaron and Justin. Justin had 15, and Aaron Holiday 15. All had 15 points apiece. Holiday, McConnell, and Holiday. So that's combined 45 bench points. So So but we got a W. So it doesn't matter. As a team, we shot 61%, and we took 103 shots. I never seen that before. I never seen a team shot 61 over 60% and over 100 shots. Pacers they shot 49%, which is solid. You know what I'm saying? But they took 107 shots. The threes we gotta work on it. We gotta get three better. They made 14 of them. They were the undermanned Pacers. There was no Brogdon, no Miles Turner, no Jeremy Lamb, and others. They're just banged up, and they still made 14 threes. Free throws were kind of even. They got the line 24 times. We did. Pacers 25, but they shot better percentage. The assist though, the assists. This is the first time since the 1990 Suns I saw they had 50 assists. 50 on 63 made field goals. Like offense was getting it in. Like I never seen a team with 50 assists before in my life, never. And Pacers they had just 28. I'm like, wow. But the rebounds is pretty even. Pacers won that by a point. They had 14 offensive. The steals we had 10. Pacers had 10. But the blocks we had 7, which is good. But turnovers because we had 16 of them because we were kind of sloppy. You know what I'm saying? When we were up by 25 points, wherever so. But we got it done. But we won a tiebreaker. We got them one more time. But now it's time for a brand new segment that I came up with. Now, this is the first time we've ever done on this show. Because since we're close to the playoffs, I had to call this segment The Road to the Playoffs. Now what we do here on this segment, we look at the standings for the playoffs. Since we are close to playoffs, I think we're like 13 days away to the season ends. So let's check out these standings real quick. Because we know who the top 3 teams are in these. It's Philly, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee. Now, Philly and Brooklyn, we know they're fighting for that number 1 spot. But don't count Milwaukee. I think they're 3 back behind the number 1 spot. So to me, I think it's going to be either Brooklyn or Philadelphia and get that number 1 spot. I think Milwaukee will be that 3 seed. But get this. Yesterday, I was watching the Nets and Bucks game, which was a good game. Giannis had 49 and KD had 42. It was a great game to watch, though. And once Nets lost, I've been hearing some Nets fans like, let's avoid the Wizards. And I'm like, now you scared of Wizards. Now you scared now because you do not want to face Russell Westbrook, especially that man, Kevin Durant. You do not want the smoke, brother. You do not want it. So they're thinking like, let's have Philly face Washington and knock him out. I said, careful what you wish for because you never know what happens. Because playoffs, it's a whole different team. But Philly, they are a different team though because they're well coached by Doc Rivers. But hopefully, because you never know, we could jump out to number 8. And you know what I'm saying? And possibly get the 7th seed instead of the 8th seed. So, you never know. And then Brooklyn get the 2 seed and the 7th seed. I said, then we got our match. Brooklyn versus Washington. So, hopefully, we'll see what happens this last week. Now, the 4 or 5 seed, I think New York, I think they're going to get the number 4 seed. Wow. I think the 5 seed is going to be either Atlanta or Miami because Miami's coming up and down, so is Atlanta. But to me, I think the 5th seed is going to be the Hawks. Because you got to give the Hawks credit, though, because the Atlanta Hawks, they were disappointed in the beginning, but until they fired the coach, Nate McMillan took over and turned that team around big time. So kudos to Nate McMillan. I think he's, to me, the second half coach of the year to me. Him and Tom Thibodeau. And I think the 7th seed is going to be Boston, in my opinion. I think 7 will be the Boston Celtics because they are an up and down team. And props to Jason Tatum. I was watching that game there on Friday when it came back and Spurs. They're down 32 points down, and Tatum brought them back and put up 60 on them. 60. Like, that brother's a bad brother. And hold up, and you never know. We could be eight because Charlotte. I'm looking at it right now. We are 1.5 back behind Charlotte for that eight spot. So that last game, which we're going to get to in a moment, because we got Charlotte in the last game of the season, that could decide the eight spot. We'll have to wait and see. So I think those are the four teams gonna be playing tournaments. It's gonna be Boston, Charlotte, Indy, and Washington. And I don't think Indy won't play us anymore because we play one more time, and we could face them playing tournament, and we could get the home court advantage. Because if we tie with them or better them, we get home court in the playing tournament. Now let's get to the West. The West, it's Phoenix or Utah. One of them gonna get the number one seed in the West because those two teams. Because give credit to Quinn Snyder and Mike Williams. Those two are battling for Coach of the Year. I think whoever gets number one seed should win Coach of the Year. But in my opinion, I'm gonna go Mike Williams because that brother is something good. He is special. Like he got that team going after weren't they like 8-0 last year in the bubble and not make the playoffs? And going this year and getting Chris Paul and Jay Crowder and going to Booker and Aiden, total transformation. I call Chris Paul wherever team goes to, he's a transformer, like the movies. He's a true transformer. That's what he is. And Denver, I think they're gonna get that third spot because look at them without Jamal Murray. Without Murray, people thought Denver season was dead. They've gone 9-1 since he went down. Impressive. And Jokic, to me, he's the MVP. He is getting MVP. And I'm watching the game right now. They're playing the Lakers right now. Let me see the score real quick. Let's see. The score is... Let's see. They're showing a replay real quick. All right. Yeah, right now, Denver is winning 34-30 over the Lakers. And I think the Clippers, they're going to get the 4th seed because Clippers and Denver, they're still fighting for that third spot. To me, I think it should be Denver. Now, don't look down. I think the 5 spot is wide open. It's wide open. Because Dallas is in 5 because I think they own tiebreaker over Lakers because they beat them twice during the season. And speaking of the Lakers, did you hear what LeBron James just said after the game yesterday about the playing tournament? He said, like, whoever came up with this beat should be fired. And I'm like, you scared now, LeBron? You whining again? Always got something to complain about. Always whining about everything. Because your team could be possibly the 7th seed and possibly get knocked out. Because if you lose punch tournament twice, cause you ain't gonna be no 9-10 seed. If you lose twice, you're gone. And possibly play Utah or Phoenix in the first round of playoffs. And be like, we don't care what we play because you don't care because it's gonna be easy win because you never know because don't care for what you wish for because we got LeBron back, like there's no problem, we'll wait for the playoff start. Like no. This is a totally different year, LeBron. Totally different year. Because fan can't say like wait till LeBron gets back. Wait till LeBron gets back. He's a totally different man. Because remember, he's still playing hurt. Because remember, he said he ain't be 100%. Probably never. So this could be the year he could finally lose in the first round of playoffs. Now this playing tournament, I think it's gonna be crazy because we know who can be 7. It's gonna be Dallas, LA, or Portland. Now the AC is gonna be either Memphis, San Antonio, or Golden State because they're just fighting for who gonna lose, possibly getting their chance. Because if you're a 10 seed, you get if you lose, you're done. Now let me show how this playing tournament works. Cause I got there not fan what it is. I finally figured out. Now here's how this playing tournament. This is how this thing works. If you're the 7 and 8 seed, whoever wins that game gets a 7 seed. But get this, whoever loses that game gets another shot and plays the winner of the 9-10 seed. Now, whoever loses that game for the 9-10 seed, lose that game, is gone, and the winner plays the winner plays the loser of the 7-8 spot, and whoever wins that game gets the 8 seed. So we will see what happens in the coming weeks. So that's it. All I'm saying, y'all. Y'all know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Camingo. Same on Instagram. My Wiz page is at Wiz_Nation on Twitter. And Instagram is Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Good night. Peace.